I'm heading out. Yes, 6 weeks within a, I don't know, probably 60, 70 mile radius of Parker. Not sure. I'm not a map girl. Have no clue what I would do without my Google Maps. But yep, I'm heading out. It's been a productive day. It's now about 3 o'clock. I seem to have gotten a late start, but I don't really like to look at it as a late start. It's just the start towards my next destination. So, tell you what I've been up to today, share with you, and where I'm headed. Hope you'll join me. Linda here, Serene and Simple Life. Driving on down the road, paying attention. And I even have my seatbelt in the new, whatever you call it, location. I didn't know how to bring it down further, and then all of a sudden I was just messing with it and just pushed right down. And I was like, yes, because it was bothering my neck too. Anyway, someone had mentioned that in the comments. I am headed out of the area where I've been, as I mentioned to you in the little beginning. I've been here for about 6 weeks. Actually, it was like 2 days before New Year's Eve. Like, what would that be? The 29th. And spent, 2 weeks at the WRTR and the RTR, and then off I went to my friend Judy's Airbnb. She invited me while I had Happy Haven put back together, or fixed, however you want to, mended. And then I headed off to Telephone Cove in Starlight, Nevada, or Laughlin, Nevada area. Oh my gosh, and that was for 6 nights and like 7 days. I did a little video on that and I said I was going to add to it, but there was no really adding to it. So from there, I did the Walmart thing, and then I headed over to American Girl Mine, and I just spent 1 day with that caravan because the next day was crazy weather coming in, some rain, and then the next day was going to be lots of wind. So I put in close to a full day at Yuma Library, and I actually started officially typing my book. I mean, I've been doing some writing when I was at Telephone Cove, just old-fashioned writing, and so I decided to spend the day and working on taxes. And yeah, working on taxes is literally torture to me because I've been doing it myself for years. I use TurboTax. I have to do a Schedule C because of self-employment. And then I added my new business this year, Serene and Simple Life. And of course, YouTube income, anything that I get from PayPal, thank you guys. But yes, the government gets their cut. Yes, indeed. And that's not what this channel's about. Or this video. And so I want to make sure I'm doing it right, and yeah, you don't ever want to get audited, Yeah, I've been okay in that department so far. Anyways, moving right along. So then yesterday that was cool, and then I was at Love's overnight, and I had the idea that I was gonna get up the gumption again to, yeah, there I go. I took my hands off the steering wheel. See, I'm paying attention to what you're telling me, but trust me, on the interstate, you guys, you can take your hands off and back on, like, serious. Okay, we're not going to go there. That's going to be a bunny trail, and everyone's going to have a different opinion about that. But I feel pretty safe. So, anyways, but I did catch myself, so that was good, right? We'll try to keep these hands on the steering wheel where they belong. Yeah. So where was I? So this morning I stayed at Love's, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to get up the gumption and ask someone about getting a shower. And I still, this will be my third time, and I still have like those little EBGBs, like, how do I say it? What do I say? Who do I say it to? Where do I say it inside the store? And I just marched in there around 8:30 this morning, and I went up to the first guy I saw, and he was he was standing in the little coffee area, and I was filling my thing with hot water, and I was like, excuse me, I have a question. And he's like, yes. And I was like, do you have shower credits? And he's like, yes. And I was like, do you have any extras that I could get a shower? I did it in 3 questions rather than a 15-minute conversation. Woohoo! So I'm feeling, like I said, fresh as a daisy, no makeup, letting the pores, just be without makeup today. I'll tell you, when I get a shower and I don't put makeup on, I feel really good, But then, after a day or so, makeup makes me feel just as good, if not better, too. I feel livelier. I feel like it's nice to have makeup on when you're talking to people, because they like, people like other people to look nice, right? So I wear it for myself, but I just wear it to be out and about too. So, because that's kind of, I don't know, I kind of think that that's like a respectful thing. You want to look nice around other people. Just, you want to look fresh. So I feel fresh right now, but I just feel a little bit more alive with makeup, because see, that is really some small eyes. And I like a little bit more color. I like to wear lipstick. You guys, if you've watched my hygiene and makeup series, that's a good one. That's a good series. Throwing my makeup on in like 5 minutes. When, some people take 25, 30 minutes and they look absolutely stunning. I just put a quick face on. Whoa! Took my hands off the steering wheel again. Yikes. Anyways, I know you all were saying that with lots of love and, safe regard for me, so I'm not trying to minimize that point. And you know that I took it to heart, because otherwise I wouldn't be noticing when I'm taking my hands off the steering wheel now, right? Right. All right, so, but the better thing about getting the shower today is that I thanked him like I did the other guys. I said, thank you for your service. Well, I didn't with the second one, because I'm not sure, I don't even know if I told you, but I'm not sure he even spoke much English, because I asked him about shower credits, and he's like, you want a shower? And he was Hispanic, and in his some good English, but I got the feeling that maybe it was a little uncomfortable. So, but today's guy, I thanked him for his service, and he said, what? He said, I'm just, doing my job, or something like that. I don't know exactly how he worded it. And I held my coffee cup, and I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't even have this mug if it weren't for you guys. You move the world, everything. And he's like, well, I don't really look at it like that. He said, I don't even like to be called a professional driver. And I was like, really? And instead of me like going blah, 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 I was listening, and I was really proud of myself. And he's like, and I asked him why, maybe, or he just started talking, and he said, like the military. He said, one soldier saves my son's life, another soldier saves your son's life. He says, that's personal. It's between the two of you. And he said, when you put professional on it, it's like that's a worldly thing, that he's a professional. He said, I'm doing a job, So I kind of understood what he was saying, because I guess we could thank everybody in this entire universe for what they do. I mean, really. Everything from people who make shoelaces to people who make iPhones, right? Everybody is doing something for mankind and serving one another. So I don't know. He just doesn't feel like a professional because he thinks that that's just like a worldly thing. And he said it's more about something about gratitude and being a grateful, just being grateful. And I was like, well, I said, I am all about gratitude. And I said, and I held up my little slip and I said, and I am very grateful today. And it felt so good, like to just keep it in a short and sweet kind of way. And he held up his hand and he went like this, and I went like this, and there goes my hands. And that was our connect for the day. And it was fantastic. It was really fantastic. I felt really good about it. So I'll let you know if I have one of those experiences where the person says, yeah, I have shower credits, but I'm not giving them away. Then I would be like, oh, okay, I understand. Well, we haven't crossed that bridge yet, so we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, people are super nice. So then I went over to the post office, and I was standing in a very long line, mailing 3 orders, one of them being to Israel. So somebody had asked me about whether or not from another country they could order my cards. And on Etsy, that's etsy.com/sayitdisplayit. I guess you can order internationally, but I think I have my website only set up for states. But go to Etsy if you are out of the country. But anyways, I was standing there, and this guy tapped my shoulder, and he was like, I think he said he was 78 years old, and he said something about, how are you today, or where are you from? And I don't know, he was really he was a chatterbug, more than me, or as much as me. Oh, too bad he was 78 and married for 66 years. How cool is that? So we had this long line, and he carried on the conversation. He was talking to a guy behind him, and he asked me where I was from, and I smiled, and I said, I'm traveling. I said, I'm not really from anywhere. And he said, I understand. I don't know if he understood or not. And then I said, I'm from anywhere, everywhere, and nowhere. And he's like, oh, okay. We got to chatting a little bit more. And he told me he was married for 66 years because he kept tapping me. And it was annoying at first. And then all of a sudden, it was a light bulb moment, a little growth moment for me, that there was nothing flirtatious about it. It was just him. Because I tapped him back, and he smiled, and he asked me if I was behaving. And that's when I tapped him back, and I said, yes. I said, are you behaving? And he understood, like that, I guess that flirtatious of just tapping me on my shoulder. But it was truly just an innocent connect. He said, I've been doing that since I was little. Told me he was married for 66 years, so that he was behaving himself. And I said, well, I imagine you are then. And he said, I had to have been. And I said, so what's your secret? And he said, we met when we were 4 and 5 years old on the church steps. And I said, really? And he's like, yes. And he smiled and he gleamed, and it was so adorable. And he said he was in the Korean War, and then he came back and he became a minister. And he gave me his card where he's no longer a minister, First Christian Church in Yuma. Look how cool is that? And I'm sure he doesn't mind me showing this. And First Christian Church, Eternity Matters. His name, he might be like maybe a fill-in pastor. I don't think he's a pastor now, but maybe he is. I don't know. So we had a nice discussion, and that was just so cool. So 2 lovely people, 2 gentlemen, all in one day. Got a lot done, and now I am on my way. I've got about 100 miles. I'm going to go to my 18th national park, which will be Saguaro National Park in Tucson. And of course, this is after the fact. And I'm going to spend a couple days in the Tucson area. I want to go to Tomac, something like that. It's an art community. I can't remember. TOMAC, I think. I don't know. And then from there, I will be heading on down the road towards Texas. So that's going to be a whole series in itself, too. And what else do I have to tell you? Oh, I want you to know that I am doing, on Fridays, I'm going to be doing some product series. I did my King Camp chair. Probably already saw that. And then I'm doing a 4-part series on the clam. First time struggling putting it up with just a little bit of help. And then I'm taking it down, and then I'm living inside of it, or doing stuff inside of it, and then I will be putting it back up again after I've had some practice. So that'll be fun. Anyways, I think that's enough babbling brook for one day, for one video. I'm excited. I cannot believe. Oh, I stopped at Harbor Freight. People have been asking me where I get my little lights, and they're not on Amazon. So I picked up another set because I have one that's kind of intermittent now. It's been working for a year. Well, not a year, because it's only since July when I got them. But the wire's loose or something. So I picked up another backup set. And I got a paintbrush. No, guys, I'm not going to be painting anytime soon. But I learned on another channel, I think it was Letty's Travels. Oh my gosh, Letty's Van Life Travels, something like that. She's adorable. She's adorable. They call her and Box Van Dee and Van City Van Life, Vanessa, they call them the 3 Golden Girls. So watch their channels. They're really cute. But anyways, if you type in Letty, I'm sure it'll come up. But I believe she was the one, thanks Letty, that gave me this idea. She uses this, it's either her or Dee, uses this as a duster. So I can dust my vents, and I can dust the dashboard. I can dust everything. It's so much fun. This was like $1.24. So that was a spur of the moment. And then one last thing is I got those puzzle piece mats. They were 4 for $8.99, and I'm going to put that as my flooring inside the clam. I'm excited. I don't like tarps. I don't like the folds in tarps. I don't like the grommets. I don't like how they buckle up. I'm a rug straightener. I don't really like anything about tarps, even though they're a necessity sometimes. So I bought this floor thing that I can wipe up. I don't know, it'll kind of it'll feel nice being outside on this, and then I can use them for the craft shows too, for standing all day. So it'll be a 2-in-1, that's cool. All right, so that's about it for today. That has been my journey here since the RTR, and I've just had myself a good time catching up on everything. Writing and taxes has taken up a big chunk of it, and then I met some lovely people at the caravan, and they were godsends. They helped me with videoing the clam and taking up or putting up and taking down the tent, the clam, and then they also, one girl there helped me tremendously about my next plan for what I'm going to be doing in my travels through Texas. She's from San Antonio area. And then I have a big surprise coming, but you probably won't hear about it till later. I have a place where I'm going to be stationary for 4 months. So that'll come, you'll have to keep watching. Sorry, that's just a little teaser out there, but I want you to keep watching. And you know what I really, really want you to do? I'd really like, if you're not subscribed, just subscribe. That's very awesome. I hope you'll enjoy the upcoming videos. I'm going to try to get the links like PBS and Reality Vision, Finance interviewed me, and who else? Bob, and then SUV RVing interviewed me, and so those will be coming. I hope you enjoy those. But share these, guys, because it's really sharing the love to help other people, to empower them. If they don't know about this channel, then yeah, there's other channels too, but maybe they'll be able to relate to this happy babbling brook. Alrighty, so with all of that, I'm going to keep on driving. I'm heading to Love's tonight, and then Saguaro, however you say that, tomorrow. Blessings in your day and joy in the